Good evening, G-Man Division 3A. Here is your recap, and as promised, he's back from his Indiana Jones camping expedition, as well as playing Bloodball while he's away, but hey, we won't go into that, will we? He's back! Crystal Hunter, the Rat King himself. Now then, buddy, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show again, and hello, Division 3A.
Yeah.
I hope you guys still recognize me.
Yes, there's a few people, a few people thought, I'd done, put through you in the river or something, you broken corpse or something, or we got rid of you. He was too popular, we have to get rid of you. But I said, no, that's not the truth. They just wanted 2 weeks away from yours truly. And just try to have a beautiful rest in the countryside playing Bloodball. How that sounds actually fantastic, to be fair. But yeah, I'm glad you're back. So that means not only me gets the wrong tips, you can tip some bad ones as well. So maybe I can blame you for it.
Did I miss a lot?
Well, it's been very good. I mean, the dark it's become a bit of a dark elf domain, and both dark elf teams have done really, really well. And yeah, as we'll go through, I mean, there's some teams now starting to get a bit of momentum, and there's teams who was up there early and now starting to dropping a rock in water and going one way down. So it's been good. It's been good, and your Bret's have been doing very well as well. So
that's good to hear.
All good there. So unfortunately, some games have already been played already. Even though it's only what day are we on Friday also, I suppose so. But we're gonna go to week 5 because that's what we're here. And one game I did see a little bit of while I was waiting for, I think it was a cross-platform game I was waiting for. Was the Bet Space Bounties, who I know you're a big fan of, against Gork's Tendencies. So it was the Brets against the Orcs. And the Brets won, and they have really impressed me.
It is quite impressive. It's not a total surprise, I feel, because I kind of feel like Birds kind of have a bit of a chance versus Orcs with the Dauntless and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not a full surprise, but still a good job from the Birds here to beat the Orcs at least.
Yeah, I mean, I because I do 2 divisions, because I'm really old. I had my birthday. I'm now 43, so I'm feeling really. Since I've been 43, my memory's gone like a sieve, so I'm blaming my age. One thing I was saying, I might have said it on both the divisions we're recapping. It was definitely on one of them. I said one of the best ways to make sure you don't lose is have the lion's share the ball possession. Bet Space Bounty has 62% ball possession, so they controlled the clock. And they got a good win. I mean, I was watching this game. I was watching it and doing other stuff, and Zunk and the Orcs, it looked like they had this basically won or worst case scenario draw. And I think I missed the last 3 turns, came back, and he came up as a 2-1 win for the Bret.
That's a very nice job.
16 blocks though. That's a lot of blocks to give to the Orcs.
Yeah, you can see it in the amount of blocks. That's what I wanted to say. Like, you can see in the amount of blocks that they did have a rough time to actually face the Orcs. But as you say, if they have the ball position and they can stall time, it's a good chance to get a win out of it, and they did. And they beaten the Big Zunk, the big famous, one of the big famous streamers. So they should be very happy about it. I
mean, I don't know what's happened to Zunk. The team just seems to be, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I'll have a look at the leaderboard. Maybe talk a lot of rubbish one with the first time. In fact, let's have a look at the leaderboard. There's a few games being done, but he was like up there in the top 4. Now he's down in 11th. 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses. Yeah. He's finding it hard to win with that Orc team.
It's only week 5, of course. So
it is.
It can change really fast if you lose one game or two.
And I think a few teams are proving that in various divisions. Even ones that started slowly have got themselves right up there. So it is what it is. I mean, I was just surprised that the team took off to a good start, and all of a sudden they seem to have lost the mojo a bit. So hopefully this week they can do. Obviously, my prediction for that week was a 1-1 draw, so I got it wrong. No surprise there. But yeah, I'm really impressed the way the Brets are going. I've been watching a few divisions, and the Bretonian coaches are really top draw this season. It's good to see. But yeah, 2-1 win there. Here's a good one, though. Another one I got wrong as well. Crusaders of Caldo finally got themselves a first win. Congratulations to the High Elves. I knew it was going to come sometime. Didn't think it would be against the Undead. But well done to you in a 3-2 win. And, they've been playing really well. They've been trying the best. 43% ball possession as well. Got the most of the ball possession. I love to see that on elf teams. Not just panic and score or rat teams, but panic and score. And they control the possession. And if you control the possession, more times than not, you'll get a positive result. And he did. He controlled the possession this week. 43%. Nicely done. And he got a good win.
It's looking like that. It also looks like the Undead didn't really come through with their armor breaks. Because 12 is a bit on the low side for a whole game.
Yeah, but to be fair, he went on 12 armor breaks, but then 12 armor breaks got 3 kills and 3 injuries. Yeah, so that's not bad. You can sometimes get 18, 19 armor breaks and have 12, 13 stuns. So he did remove 3 players.
That's true. That's true, but it depends if it happened early on the game or late on the game.
Exactly.
And if the elves were able to resist for a longer time, they are able to do high agility plays as well for a longer time. So yeah, it's something you can expect in this kind of thing, that the elves win in this kind of trade of armor, trade of blocks and trade of armor value.
I mean, the Undead got 18 points of experience, so that was good. Even though they lost, that was good for them. And 18 points as well for the High Elves. So both teams filled the boots on XP wise, so that was a good day for both of them. And we'll see later on if it was a bad day at the office for injuries wise. But it's good to see the Elves get themselves a win. It really is.
Yes, well deserved.
So well done to them. I'm just going to quickly go back to the. I don't know if I looked at the SPP for the Brets and the Undead, so I'll just quickly go back. The Brets got 12 XP and 13 XP for the Orcs, so not as good as this one, but hey. The Pigcups versus Tall Dwarfs with no AAV. I had this down as a 1-1, but you know what? The Pigcups got it done 1-0, so well done to them.
Even despite the new Overrunner, that's not 3 strength. Like. That's something, isn't it? Like, you would expect him to win more now with the 4 strength Ulfwerner.
Well, to be honest, I don't think that strength for Ulfwerner is. I got no XP, other than nothing. So he's probably cursing us. But again, the problem with the dwarfs, I keep calling dwarfs, the Norse, is they can't keep a Yeti alive. And they level them up and then they lose it, or they level something good up and they lose it, and that's a problem. That's the Norse just can't get any traction with quality plays. They lost. When we did the preview and I said about their play to watch if they're gonna have a big season. Well, he's gone. He's dead. They've lost key players again, and like I said, Alpha Werner, what he was the right call to do, get rid of the strength 3, get strength 4 thing. I don't think he's actually got a level. I'd be surprised if he even got any XP. So it's tough. It always is going to be tough when you start losing players all the time. You see teams like Fairy Harem, for instance. If they get injured, 9 times out of 10 it's a badly hurt. That's all it is. But then you go to the Norse, and usually if it's an injury, it's something bad. A Manus this or a Manus that are dead, or you have to retire him, and that's the issue. It sometimes comes down to, well, it's not the injuries, it's what type of injuries they end up getting. Because battle hurts, not a problem to come back next day. Even MNGs aren't too bad. But when you start getting -1 strengths and stuff like that, it's usually, in normal cases, it's fired, aren't they? But the Pigcups on a bit of momentum now. They were struggling, and I think they won last week, and now they've gone and won again this week. So they're building some momentum. 4 KOs, 5 injuries, 1 death. Happy days for the Dwarfs. Finally starting to, get into some sort of groove. Again, poor old Norse. Oh, man.
So the Yeti died again this game. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, he's dead. He got Mighty Blow, and now he's dead. So, so unlucky there. But what can you do? 18 points for the Pigcups, and 13 points for the Norse. So
still a decent amount of SPP, but yeah, the Yeti being gone there is just It's really something, isn't it?
The next one, this is one I'm going to be slightly happy of because I think I got this one right. I said Jungler Beats would win 1-0 against the Nagle, and they did win 1-0. So, check me out.
Yeah.
I get one right. Woohoo! Big fan of, obviously, both these teams. They both impressed me. The Jungler Beats got this one done. 34 blocks, 4 KOs, 1 injury. 50% ball possession again, a nice big juicy ball possession, and the FlyLo 7s, 47 blocks, 1 KO, 3 injuries. So they might have been looking for a bit more damage, but again, 3 injuries. Again, I suppose it depends when the injuries came. But by the looks of it, Jungle Beach controlled the ball, got the TD, and then shut out the Nagle. Like I said, both good coaches, but like I said, I'm just really impressed with the Amazon.
Yeah, you would say like that the Nurgle would be a good counter for the Amazon because of the tentacle beast there, but like the tentacle beast of Nurgle. But yeah, with the amount of guard the Amazon usually have, and the lesser amount of passing they do because they don't really pass a lot as well, they can really fight through a Nurgle team, and that's something that can happen, and I guess that happened, which is good for them. Like you would think like normally in a normal situation, like a normal person would think like, okay, a coach with a lot of darts, he's gonna be stopped off by the beast of Nurgle, but that's not happening in these kind of matchups. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Jungle Beats on the downside didn't get much, not much XP compared to some of the others. He only got 11, and the FlyLo 7s, they only got 11 as well. But the MVP went to their new Nagle warrior, who I do believe leveled up this week, so at least that's a positive for him.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
I think, like I said, the FlyLo 7s, they'll certainly win more games. It's just unfortunate this week they came up against a good Amazon team. And the Boondocks Kinks versus Fairy Harem. It's been a bit of a ropey time for the Boondocks Kinks, but they'll be happy to at least get a draw here against the Fairy Harem, who again are getting a lot of draws. They're trying to get these wins, but they keep getting draws. I actually fancied the Harem to take this 2-1, but they didn't, unfortunately. 12 arm breaks to 8, so not great armor breaks. But
also kind of a surprising result. Like for me, in my experience, if I play Skaven and I have to play Lizards, it's usually a tough game for me. But I guess Keith has a lot of claw now, or
well, I mean, again though, I know I apologize for being like a broken record, but the Boondocks Kinks against Rats, you got to control the clock, you got to control the position. 50% possession. They made sure they was going to get their TD, their drive. 50% pole possession. Like I said, I'm not trying to go on about it. I'm just I am, but to get a positive result in Bloodbowl, you have to have possession. You control the clock, you'll get a good sort of result more times than not. And again, the Skinks are like, you know what, we'll have this 50% pole position. Fairy Harem, I do believe, have this really cool 110 as well, so it's always going to be tricky. And they've got that Rat Ogre with Claw as well, haven't they? So he's deadly. But again, both teams, both very good teams, and they just need to. They're there or thereabouts, and they're still certainly a threat to the division for sure.
In the end, with the development of both teams, I think a draw is logical, I guess. Yeah,
they're both, like I said, they've both been playing very well. Fairy Harem's not got as many wins, but they're very hard to beat, and that's always a good trait. I always like that trait where, whatever happens, even if it's a draw, it's very rare you lose. And I like that a lot. But yeah, I mean, the Boondocks Kings, they only got 12 points and 14 points for Fairy Harem, but Fairy Harem had a good player get a level up, so I'm quite excited to see what they took for that. But yeah, two teams doing quite well. And, there we go. And here's the one I'm sort of not happy, but happy about. Because my brothers Embound, the team the Kemery, I tipped to win the full thing. The only time I've been tipping him every week, and then the only time I didn't tip him, he won. And I was like, do I tip him this week? And I was like, oh god, if I tip him this week, he gets stuffed. Then I'm going to be in trouble. And I really fancy the track with changing because since he's been away, the first week they got beat by the Dwarfs, but since then I think they've just won every game, or they've not lost a game, and they've just been slaying everyone. And 3-0, I mean, this team is a team to take notice. Everyone's been taking note, or the impression I get, everyone's looking at the other Dark Elf team was doing really, really impressive. But this team has all of a sudden, after that first loss, they've just been smashing everyone aside. You know, and this is a big win because you know I fancied them, but 3-0 is a bloody statement.
If you can handle 32 armor breaks and a lot of KOs and still get the 3-0 win, it's impressive. It's just really impressive. And
I looked at the 32 armor breaks and I thought, crikey, that's only out of 38 blocks. That is some serious breakage, and he still got beat 3-0. I don't know what went on in this game, but it seems a very crazy game. But again, it could have been like 3 KOs one time they came back, next drive another 2 KOs, and you just don't know, do you? But
let me check the pickups for a second, because I suspect a serious signal
25%. Yeah, 25%.
Yeah, there you go. Like 6 failures. It's just edgy to disease, isn't it? Like you can hit as much as you want. If you keep failing like that, it's just it's just a very rough game. So yeah, it's probably that. Yeah. So he failed to pick up, and the Dark Elves came there.
Yeah, the Dark said, thanks very much. We'll take that.
Thanks very much.
The good news for My Brothers in Bam, though, is Mummy for Nothing. He got the MVP, so to my knowledge, I think he leveled up. So that's good. But the Chakra, so they only got 7 points. Chakra Chain doing well. 20 points. Great. But I do believe they lost a very big player this week. But we'll go to it when we get there. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel for My Brothers in Bam, because I mean, like I said, I fancy them to be there or thereabouts. It'd be great to see Kenry win the division, and I still think he's got a good chance to be in there. I think it's going to be a bit tougher now to finish top, but I think he's certainly got a chance to be around there. But he'll get plenty more wins. I think it's like you say, it's just a bad day. The Elves couldn't pick the ball up, and the Dark Elves said, "Cheers, lads, we'll take that." And you just got to forget about them. Because hey, on another day, them 32 blocks would have just destroyed his team. Them 32 armor breaks would have destroyed his team. So the chakra changes, but that one injury, I'm sure, what inflicted was a huge one. So we'll have a look soon. And finally, Dark Angels of Lilith. The top team, and I've backed against him every time. He loves it, because when I back against him, he usually wins. This week, unfortunately, though, he was held for the first time to a draw. I predicted the 1-0 to the Pirates of the World End, ended at 1-1. I also predicted, by the way, the Kenry to lose 2-0 against the other Dark Angels. So at least I got that one sort of right. But this was brutal for the Dark Angels, because they lost a few players in this game. And apparently, I think when I spoke to the coach, he said about something like the Wizard did quite well as well for Pirates of the World End. As you can see, Captain Nemo did get the MVP, what's good for them. But as you can see, the little red there, the movement, he did lose movement. So that's always good when you see a claw piece with less movement, because obviously that means they can't, they've got little fat legs. So if you get them down...
If you get them down there, they're like a statue then. They just stand up and that's it.
And then smack them when they get back up. So, that was a bit of a downer for him. But it's good. He's got a draw here. I mean, last time I tipped him, he prayed for me not to tip him again. I think he lost like 3-0, 2 defense blitzes against him. So at least it came a bit better this time. And it was a draw, 1-1. And look at that, 50% ball possession against 50% ball possession. Both looked after the ball, both respected the ball, and guess what? None of them lost. 44 blocks to 42, so it's very, very mirror image. The Trust just did a little bit more damage. I mean, Dark Angels won't worry too much. They're still looking good. 4 wins and a draw. Their only concern is they've got this other Dark Elf team absolutely flying behind them now. And that, if to me, when I talk about my division, I'm like, if my brain's telling me, look, be sensible, Ben. Let's just have a really crap season, get relegated, and go somewhere easy. Unfortunately, at the moment, I'm top, so I'm like, I don't want to be there. Well, my team's not very good. But
are you sure? Are you sure about keeping the team now? Because if you're switching on team, you're probably going to go lower division anyway. So you can just perform a good season.
I really don't know what I'm going to do. I suppose like people, like everyone, you try and win, don't you? I mean that's the thing, and
Of course.
I won't throw a game. I just won't. But I am dreading it if I end up after. I'm thinking, you know what, this is all going to go horribly wrong soon, and I'll drop away. But at the moment, yeah, it's yeah. I suppose I should be happy, really. Typical Yorkshireman, not happy. Top of league and not happy. Always moan. But regarding this one, yeah, yeah, that's what we are. Yorkshiremen we do moan a lot.
Yeah.
But Dark King's Lilith, like I said, I love this guy. He plays really, really well, and I'm glad my boy, my Chove colleague, at least got a draw. So that was good as well. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. Now, this leaderboard will be slightly adrift because a few games have been played. Oh, look at that! Oh, some good, very good result there. So when I said to you like the other Dark Elf team was catching Dark Angel Lilith, well, they've actually took over them somehow, but they have played one game more. So
yeah,
that's
kind of
why.
depends on the next result from the Dark Angels of Lilith. If they lose the game, then it's like they have to share that position with them.
Yeah, but even a draw would be good enough to take them back above.
Yeah, exactly. And the number 3 already played an extra game as well, the Birds, versus those Checker Changelings. So
yeah, that was that. I mean, we'll look into that game next week, but I'm sure both the coaches will be very good. I actually saw that game, and I know the Brets will be a bit disappointed because it was winning 2-1, 10-16, no rerolls left. The Dark Elves had quite a bit to do, but like the Postman, they delivered and got the draw. I know I'm going to keep saying about the Postman because that's my thing.
Definitely going to take a look at it.
I mean, I mean, you might want to have a look at that one. But I was like, oh my god, just one mistake here and the Brets win. But records, changelings, they had his back, and they got the draw, so they'll be happy. Obviously, Jungle Beats, wow, they got beat by the Khemri. Yeah, we all knew they was going to be beat by the Khemri. Me and you were both going to predict the Khemri was going to win, didn't we? Obviously. So huge win for the Khemri. So that puts them right up there, and that's put a bit of a spanner in the Amazons, because a lot of people would have expected them to win that. But like I said, you're going to get a lot of 3 dials with the Khemri with strength 5. Get a few of them powers in.
A lot of mighty blow in there as well. So if they hit something, they hit it good.
Yeah, and the Pigcups, they've got 2 wins now, so they've got themselves a win. So that's good. Fairy Harem again, he's there. I mean, there's a lot thereabouts. And then good old the High Elves. Yes, there's that win we was looking for. Great to see them. So everybody's at least had 1 win now. So that's amazing. But still, there's only 1 team undefeated in the full league. In the full division, and that's Dark Angel Lilith. So well done to him. Right.
I'm still tipping the Birds to be number 1 at the end of the season.
Oh, they could. Yeah, every time I've seen him, I've been impressed. To be fair, a majority of these teams I've seen play, I've been very impressed with the coaches. It's a very good division. So yeah, we're looking to have a good division like this. Right, let's go through the teams then. Flylord Servants, the Nagle. Did they lose anything? I know they got a level up. No, just a level up. Number 4. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, do it.
How is that the displacer?
Yeah, that's how I would have said it.
You would have said
how is that the displacer?
Yeah, there we go. Well, you give him block. Yeah, I like that. It's always nice and reliable. I must admit, I'd have been slightly tempted for guard because, you've only got 3 Nagle warriors with block. I would have probably gone guard, but I'm not going to dislike it because if you don't take guard, you take block. So, like I said, this team's looking good, mate. It's looking good. It just needs a bit more firepower and some more guard now to control the pitch.
It's looking very solid. Like if he makes a block now, he's sure not to 1 in 9 at least.
Yeah,
like,
and that's why he's gone for block. So I I don't not dislike it. Me personally, I would have probably gone for the guard just because I haven't got much guard. I've only got 2 guard, and if obviously the beast goes stupid, if I activate it, then I've only got 1 guard. And Nagle, if you want to do Nagle right, they're all about control. And the way you control is outguarding people with your strength 4 and your beast and everything like that, and that's just what he's lacking. But like I say, Nagle takes the time and to build these guys up, and I'm sure a lot of these warriors will get guard next. So but again, like I said, I've enjoyed watching him. Again, I mean, obviously you've seen him more than I have, I think, Ant-Man. Good coach. Like I say, that's a solid pick. Block. You can't go wrong with block.
Yeah, it's like he already has the basic stuff, so now he can just expand into the skills that give some utility, like guard and that kind of thing. So I'm fine with it. Like, if he does it this way, also fine.
The other thing as well, number 8, he got a -1 movement, but he did roll +1 move, and he took the +1 movement. Would you have done that? Number 8?
Well, with his plus agility, maybe. Like, he has a plus agility, and you kind of gotta abuse that by getting him as much movement as possible.
Yeah.
Although it is getting a little bit bloaty now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Nagle already have a problem with getting bloat because of their expenses and all that on the players.
Yeah.
So
I could so understand why he did it, but at the same time, I'm thinking, God, that's one less skill for that guy, and you're paying a premium for getting your movement back. I mean, I wasn't sure if I'd have took it or not. But hey, I just want to see what you thought about that. But like I said, looking good, and it's nice the way it's developing. It just needs a bit more guide, in my opinion. Right then, oh my god, here we go. Poor dead man. Let's have a look at the Norse. And we'll see there's a huge number missing at number 1. The Yeti got killed. And
only 50k in the bank.
Yeah.
So like, there's not gonna get a Yeti back in the next 2 games.
No level ups are there. No level ups. He's finding it hard. I would like to know if Deadman's thinking of re-rolling after this. I hope he doesn't, but I would understand if he did, because
it's only like we're only like half season now.
Yeah, exactly. And look how much he's lost already. He's lost a lot, and we're only but
you could look at it at the other side. Like, if he just plays, and if his team stays healthy the next few games, like regardless of if he wins or loses, he'll be able to afford that Yeti again, and then the team is looking way healthier again, and it's looking fine again. So it's like, I don't know. It's not something I would consider yet re-rolling. I would just say, like, wait until the end of the season.
Yeah, he's just lost a lot of key players. And number 3, like the Alpha Werner who replaced the Strength 3 guy, is yet to get any XP. So that doesn't help at all. He's not doing his job. He's at number 3. Like I say, we had a lot of fun with Deadman last season. I was hoping he'd do well this season, but he's just losing to... Like I said, the injuries he's getting are bad injuries. They're not badly hurt, they're really bad injuries or deaths. And yes, Norse are used to losing pieces, I know, but, they're the same AV as a Skaven Rat. And like I say, if you look at, like say, Fairy Harem, they seem to, when they get injuries, they're badly hurt. That's what Deadman needs. These injuries to be just like badly hurt MMGs, but they're not the worst.
Can I say, like, I kind of like the stand firm thing on the Berserker. Like, I haven't seen that before with him. With Dutch stand firm, that's kind of a nice skill build, because like, if he gets hit, he just jumps up and hit the other guy as well, if the armor doesn't break, at least. So
it's a smart choice, isn't it? And if you don't get him down, he gets hit your next turn. Nice.
Yeah.
I think I'd go Palon after this. Stand firm.
Probably, yeah.
I think
definitely.
So. But yeah, like I said, I hope he gets a bit more luck, because he really does deserve it. He's had too much bad luck, in my opinion. So hopefully, he'll do all right. Right, Crusaders of Caldor. So obviously, good times. They got a win. Was fantastic, and they didn't lose anybody. What's brilliant? They didn't lose anything. No minus or anything this week, and they even got a level number 4. Oh my word! What a name that is. Aquinar Lanisel or Lanisel?
Yeah.
Aquinar Lanisel.
Aquinar Lanisel, yeah.
Aquinar Lanisel. I don't know. Either way, he got dodge. Smart choice, dodge. So he's now, obviously, he's got pass, safe throw, strong arm, accurate, dodge. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So
I'm like, well, block maybe first, because like, dodge is pretty nice, but like, if you're caging him, which doesn't happen a lot with elves, to be fair, but if a guy reaches him and he has block, he's definitely going to be tempted to just 1D it or maybe.
Yeah, see, I'm the other way. I would have gone dodge first, because you know what? If I'm letting my throw get hit, that's on me. You know, we've got enough movement, but sometimes when you're going to throw, you've got to do that dodge first. And if you don't have dodge, you're guaranteed to roll a 1 or something, and it'll cost you somewhere else. So if you've got the dodge, you know it's going to have to be double 1, unless it's going through a tackle zone. I like dodge because I agree with what you're saying. Obviously, if someone comes into a cage, you're both down, they're going to take, even if they haven't got block. But I think, me personally, you know, you're quite maneuverable team. Roll agility 4, you should be able to screen and protect your thrower a lot easier than certain other teams. So I like it. I must admit, I would have gone dodge as well. So you probably should have gone block.
it's probably, but it probably ends up in the same thing, doesn't it? Because like next skill after that, I probably pick block. Dodge, and you would probably pick block. So yeah, it's just a minor thing in the build up.
I think it goes down to whatever you feel comfortable first with. If you think, you know, blocks are much more of a safe, you go block. I just have to back myself, think, you know what, I not getting my thrower hit, not when he's looking good like that with all them lovely things. But hey, we'll see. Like I said, really happy he won the game. And number 7, he's just a brilliant player. He's just got to make sure he doesn't die. You know what? I would probably just not even. You know what? Sometimes I don't even think you need the thrower. Just give it to number 7. Just give it to him. Agility 5, leap, movement 9. If the thrower had it, I'd throw it straight to my catcher and say, right, we'll protect you. Turn 8, dunk it in, 1-0, boom, happy days.
Yeah, but with the catcher being like it is, like you have to think like if the thrower has it, the catcher can just move anywhere and be a potential scoring threat. Like almost anywhere he can just stand in the opponent's area.
And that's the great thing with the strong arm and the accurate. These two work well in synergy. And like I said, with the dodge, you can pull away as well without burning the reroll. I just like it because a lot of times you'll see someone bust a hole through and tag the ball carrier, and you know that's why I like the dodge more than the block.
You have to imagine he's long bombing at 50% now, and even if the opponent has someone that's standing in the way with interception, he can do a safe throw ball. So like
he's got some really nice pieces, and if he looks after number 7 and number 4, this team could do what Tabard Tellers did. Do you remember in our first season? You know where they was near the bottom, and then they just they flew, and they came about 4th in the end, didn't they?
And don't forget number 2, because number 2 is also kind of a scoring threat with the plus agility there, and being able to catch everything more easily.
I was trying to protect that number 2 because I think he's got a Nagle, and I didn't want to like put a big tag on his back. But Hunter says, "Hey, don't forget number 2, the guy with Nagle, kill him too."
Especially with the guy with piling on, just blitz him with the guy with piling on.
Yeah. But yeah, number 2 as well, and obviously number 1's there to do the beating up. That blitz has got to start slapping stuff. But I like this team. I think if this was my team, I could do all right with it. I would have a lot of fun with number 7. The only problem is if I lost number 7, I would weep and weep for weeks because he is beautiful.
The only thing I gotta add about this team is like I think it's kind of time to buy some more players. Like he's got 9 players. He's got a serious overbank, like 190k.
Unless he's trying to, well, it's a bit early to save for the transfers at the end, isn't it? Yeah, I would certainly be looking because you're carrying blow. You're already 68. I would definitely go and get myself into the Larn Elf.
Yeah,
I really would. But does he want another catcher? I don't know. Or maybe he's just happy with just the lowness, and he doesn't, he wants to save that cash just in case he loses a big piece. I don't know because he has lost pieces before, as we know. But
But it is 40k extra bloat anyway, so why not get it on a player and try to level it,
Well, I agree with you. Absolutely. All right, then, the Space Bounty Hunters. No level ups, but they did have number 7 missing, but obviously they've played since.
Very, very healthy Bretonian team if you look at it. Like
it's amazing. 4 sidestepping blitzers. Oh yeah, that's annoying. And all 4 of them are blodgers. So I know his game already. He's trying to get around, harassing that ball carrier. He's like, you know what, if you don't get me down, I'm just going to sidestep onto the ball carrier or get into a position where I can punch a hole through. I'm going to come through, take your ball, get the big W. Very smart. And I love the way his blockers are as well. Stand firm, guard, wrestle. Beautiful. He's got a dare play still. He's probably on his last legs, but he's still there. I just like the way this guy plays. I like the way that he builds his team. And like you, I think he'll be there or thereabouts.
Well, I've been playing this season with Plutonian and CCO as well, and like how he's building it. That's kind of the way I'm trying to build it as well, or I try to build it as well. Too many deaths on my part, sadly, so that's a bit of a problem. But like the thing is, like anything you block on this team, except for the two blockers that are number 6 and number 7, is kind of scary to block because you can't really follow up on them. They either have stand firm or they just sidestep in a certain direction. So they have so much positional utility there going on there that it's a bit scary to blitz into something or blocks.
If it was you and with your level ups on your blitzers next, would you be tempted for diving tackle?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was building them in CCO as well, I immediately went with one with block with dodge, with sidestep and with dive
tackle. Yeah.
So I did it immediately. Depending on how he plays, it might be a good idea to wait a little bit with them. But generally, you want one sure hands guy, one mighty blow, frenzy kind of guy, one hard hitter, and two guys that are going positional like that.
I personally the way this guy plays, he would. I think number 4 might get Juggernaut, Charles Lewon. I think he with his frenzy already.
He needs to roll a double though for that.
Does he? No, he doesn't. What? Strength.
It's strength.
Is it really? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Tell the last time I played. So they get passing agility in general or normal, and there you go then. Well, if he gets a double, I think he'll take it.
And this is also why people say Plutonian is quite hard or quite shitty to play. I kind of have to agree with it sometimes because like you have to roll doubles for your mighty blow on the blitzers. Like you can get mighty blow on the blockers, but they have wrestle, and with wrestle it's kind of tougher to get some hits in. You know, like.
Well, saying that, I mean, I've seen a few decent Bretonnian wrestle wrestle blockers with mighty blow and pile and all. They've caused carnage with tackle.
I do pick it up as well, but the way Papillion built them now with guard and stand firm, that's actually the more usual approach because like they are kind of more like utility supportive kind of guys.
I would definitely have gone the way he's built, wrestle, guard, stand firm. I think I just the way the team is built, I love it. I think I would have so much fun with that team going. Let's drive them crazy. Like I said to you, I think unless his team explodes, I think he'll do well. And he got a good draw this week going at the moment. So
the only teams I really hated playing in CCL, and he's probably hating as well, is the teams that have a lot of mighty blow, that have a lot of claw, and do a lot of damage in a short period of time. Because then the positional things don't really matter that much, and you're just praying that the players stay alive.
And if they've got tackle as well, oh dear. Hence why a lot of people don't like chops. Right, let's go to Zunk then. Goku's tendencies. Well, they need to come on. Come on, you're an orc. You need to start winning and killing shit. They need to start being proper orcs and do stuff right. Because at the moment they're a bit. I don't know. I've just got bad vibe for them. This was a team I really fancied to go all the way. Like I said, plenty of time yet. I think he may have got a couple of level ups that he did. Number 1, is that Roused Fools? He got tackle on his blitzer.
Roused Fools, yeah.
Yeah, I think, he is tackle light in this. He needs some tackle, so I'm glad he's got for that. And number 15, good old Wing Commander. I'm not going to put Lyra Cian, is that? Wing Commander Lyra Cian, or whatever. And that got movement, and it's a goblin.
No, that's one of the best things you can get on the goblin. Right?
You gotta love that. Movement. I now even like the name even more now. I've seen this flying goblin. I love it. I love it.
You do know about the Bloodbowl's 2016 rules, like it's already
with the Doom
Diver, that kind of thing.
With the Doom Diver.
With the goblin team, they already have a winged guy,
Yeah, like Doom Diver.
Doom Diver, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So they already have that kind of thing. So he would wear some wings and and fly towards the end zone, I guess. Now with the MA7.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, the thing for Zunk is, even if I know he finishes 7th, 8th, or whatever, it's not bad because he'll dodge all the big. Because no one wants to go into Division 1 or Number 2. You all want to try and figure, unless you're stupid like me. Most of them are quite clever. They want to stick. they want to stick in a bit lesser division or a bit nicer. And the more time, go on, sorry.
Speak for yourself, mate. I want to have the biggest guys fighting me in the division. Like match of the season, Jimmy versus Andy. I want to be the second match of the season.
See, no, I'm sorry, that's not match of the season. That is not match of the season. All due respect to both coaches.
Okay, it's match of the century. It's
because it's about two people who don't get on. They don't like each other. That doesn't. So it's more to do with wrestling, like where you have a hero and a heel. They're both decent coaches. I mean, I'm a big fan of Andy Davo. And Jimmy's pretty good as well, and we was hoping he was going to win it last season, didn't we, with his Chaos. He's got a very nice Chaos team there, needs a ball carrier, as he knows. But to me, I mean, I know, and I like the hype. I love the hype, and that's great. These two guys who put a lot into Bloodbowl, and there's two of the big streamers. So I get all that hype, but, it's like, yeah, it's a good game, but I'd rather, I think someone like a Bleeding Hippie versus a Sage, I'd be more excited about, because, they're in Division 1 for a start. They're both being champions, so they are, in my opinion, the best of the best. That sort of game would, to me, would have been the game of the season. But yeah, I mean, like I said, anything what hypes up the game and all that. But I'll be honest, when people saying, when someone feels, oh, it's the best game, no, it's not. It's not. It's
no, but I'm
sorry.
I was poking the bear about it.
No, you're not the only one, though. You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
My point was like, I am in this kind of division to mingle with the best, like to be one of the guys that can really do something with them, against them.
Yeah.
And that's my big motivation to do this kind of thing.
It is. I was just trying to think of a positive for Zunk if it does. If it doesn't, and you've just basically ran off of that. I was like, sorry, Zunk, don't worry about it, mate. If you don't make it, look at the bright side. You'll get another season in this division. They'll get even stronger for when you do get to Division 1. And you're like, no, man, that's losers talk. Get in there and win it.
Hey, but at least we'll see Zunk versus Bernie maybe someday.
God, I think everyone's queuing up to kill my team. But no, like I said, Jimmy and Davo. I am Team Davo. I always have been. I'm a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of Zunk as well. Not against Jimmy. I think he's a good coach, and that team is doing very well, and he won. So he's happy. His team are happy. Hopefully they'll both clash again sometime. But Zunk's my concern. Sorry, you two. Zunk's my concern. I want Zunk up there because he's Orcs, and I love Orcs. And it pains me to see them not breaking stuff and ripping heads off and not being top. So hopefully they'll get back to normality this week and win and kill stuff and stamp stuff, and hopefully Wing Commander will get thrown into the end zone and get a touchdown. That would be nice. But
yeah, it would be something.
This team's amazing. I love this team.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of amazing. I'm still kind of surprised with all the diving tackle on the Blizzard kind of thing, but yeah, that's my personal preference. I can imagine why he does it. And,
I think that's a more of a long-term goal. I think when they've got a few more skills, we could see a bit more of a master plan. He could even get stamp. He could even go stamp firm. Or he might go tackle then stand firm. There's a lot of things he can do, but he's built this team the right way. I like that he's got, some guard in there. He probably needs a bit more because Orcs love guard. He's got 6.
I wonder if he'll take break tackle on the Black Orc though.
Yeah, I clocked he was like 5 off, and I'm thinking, will he do it? I'd be tempted. I'll be honest, I'd be tempted.
Definitely.
But then I know that if I took it and I failed, he'd probably kill himself. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe stand firm, crash the corner of a cage, stand next to him, and pray you get a double for diamond attack and go, hey, try and get away now. I don't know. Break tackle makes a lot of sense, but I have visions of it just dying. by failed break tackle.
The good news is maybe in 2 or 3 matches we'll know, I guess. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck, Zunk. Hope you get back to winning ways this week.
Good luck, man.
Awenda's Requiem then. Let's have a look what they got. Did they do anything? Number 7 got level up. Alistair Fitzgerald. And he went for Mighty Blow on a goal. Ooh, I don't usually see that on a goal. He's obviously very annoyed losing to the High Elves last week. He's like, right, someone's going to get killed. Yeah, I like it. I've never seen it. I've never seen. I lie. I did a goal before. I didn't have Mighty Blow. I gave it pile on for the laughs and the amount of crap I got for that. So he didn't even have Mighty Blow. He just went woo and piled on.
Like any other person, like if he would get a double, I think you'll agree with me. They would get correct, right?
Yep.
So like.
I like it though. I like it. Yeah, I can imagine your head going just about to explode. You're like, oh, it's gone. It's gonna be gone. And I'm like, yeah, I like this. I like this.
Yeah. It's just. I just wonder how many times it's gonna be usable. Like.
I don't know because I would be using the whites for hitting. When we're blitzing. It's interesting. But I like picks like this. I must admit, especially when they're not you.
Like it isn't as wrong as having two players with kick on your team or that kind of thing. So it is doable, but I just wonder like practical use if it's actually gonna be used, and we'll have to see in the matches that he plays if it's actually gonna be used, or that he has a white free that can do it every turn. If he has both whites based on an opponent, I can totally imagine it being used.
Yeah,
but
it's an interesting one, but I like selections like this. I wanted to roll a double and get piling on next. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, it's gonna that's just the level he got. And he didn't lose anything, so you know. Apart from that, everything, and there's a lot of characters very close to a level up as well. So you know, it's all good there. So yeah.
Yeah, I can. It's funny, I guess. I can see it happen, but we'll have to see. I'm kind of gonna check his games to see if it gets to use.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. But I mean, right, let's go to the Pigcups. They got a good win. So hopefully they'll get a few more now. Did they get any level ups? No, they didn't. But number 7, Akan, is missing next game, as you can see on the screen. So that's a bit of a big blow for him. So it's back to 11, no bench. But yeah, it's again a really good solid team. Number 2 is the guy who does all the damage, or he's supposed to do all the damage. Number 3 is a very good runner, and he'll be glad he got a win this week.
They can really, if they really wanted to have a bench for the next match, they can have it because they have a bank of 70k, so they can invest for one Longbird. But I don't think he'll do that. I don't think. I think he's fine playing with 11 players. No level ups in general. I do like the Troll Slayer having an extra armor.
Yeah.
Like 9 armor on that one makes sure that he stays alive on the field a bit longer.
I like that.
Yeah, because like if you play against dwarves and you don't have any claw, and you only have Mighty Blow, I usually always go for the Troll Slayers and the Runners, you know?
Yeah, because they're armor right, aren't they? Easy to break them, especially a good Troll Slayer like this. It's good for him to, like I said, it was good for him to get a win. I mean, like I said, he beat the Chackle Changelings, who have yet to be beat since then. But then he got stuffed 4-0 by the Boondocks Kinks. He lost 1-0 to the Bret, what we saw. He then lost 3-0 to the Pirates of the World End in a horror show, but then he's come big against the Norse. So hopefully that'll set him up for maybe a couple more wins. But it's a good team. Again, and this is what we've said about this division, haven't we? I know I've said this a lot. I'm looking at some of these teams, and I would be delighted to have them as if it was my team. I'd have a lot of fun with them. And this is another solid team.
I remember us at the start of the season saying, "Oh, this is a great team. This one is going to the playoffs," and then the next team, "Oh, this is a great team."
Wasn't it? That's basically what we were saying, wasn't we? And I know one of the coaches, forgive me, I can't remember who it was, who said Juvasek's a good coach, and I tip him to be in the top 3. So hopefully, he's got plenty of time still to go, and he'll get it done. Right, the Jungler beat. Well, we already know this week they lost 1-0, so that's bad. And Cinderella will not be Cinderella. What happened to Cinderella? Should we? Oh, I think it might be in a -1 movement, but we will talk about that. I'll just tell you if they got any level ups.
She went to sleep for a few years. Right?
She did. Jungle number 8 Rapunzel number 2. He was missing last game. He's back now. But yeah, they lost the game. It happens. The Khemri got it done. That's a bit of a blow for them. But and obviously having that blitzer. Only, I'm sure. Let's have a look. I'm sure it's a -1 movement. It'll bug me if we don't. Yeah, smash tip. So we got a smash tip this week. -1 movement. Bad times for that. But still, 2 agility 4 pieces. One of them's got a strip ball, tackle, wrestle. I like that.
Still a very strong.
It's still a good team, and obviously the coach knows how to play them. And
I'm liking. I don't know if I said this before, but I'm kind of liking Pro and Pocahontas because with the jump up there, they can even probably jump up.
Yeah,
if they want to. So.
That's why I like the Pro. I'm not a big fan of Pros, people know, because I fear that, I get double pushes, I get Pro, double skulls, oh dear. But for jump up, it's a great choice, because obviously, look, I rolled a 1. Oh, it's alright, I'll use Pro, 4+, free reroll, innit? So yeah, I like it in that way. But yeah, I've always been impressed with this coach. So, but he lost this week, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. So, hopefully,
definitely.
Hope so. The Boondocks Kinks, their form is up and down like a yo-yo. Let's have a look what they got. Oh no, number 11, Gordon. If he's still alive, he isn't. Gordon's gone to the skink heaven. He got a -1 AV, so he's not with us anymore. No level ups are there. But it's a decent team again. It's a bit of a strange one. They lost 2-0 to Dark Angel Lilith. No disrespect there, because obviously they've been doing really well. Then they smashed the Pigcups, that's a dwarf team 4-0. They then beat the Norse 2-1, but then they got turned over by Khemri 2-0. Then they drew 1-1 with Harem, so they're all up down, there's a bit everywhere. But again, that's just probably standard Blood Bowl, to be fair.
Yeah, that's how a season can go, really.
But it's there or thereabouts. I still think it's a season off really challenging. I think he needs a bit more skills up there. He'll have. I think so. Number 13 is he's the guy they're hoping to take him to the top 3. I think he relies on him.
Having the 2 Sauruses with Dodge already there, so like the skills are already sneaking in a little bit, and it's already developing slowly. So it's going okay. They just need a little more development, like you said, and then they'll be fine.
I think that's what I say. I think maybe they might start getting them skills late into the season. I mean, if he's still there or thereabouts, he's got a chance. But if he isn't, I think the season after they'll be they'll be ready to really make a challenge. It's just trying to keep that skink alive because he is beautiful. Movement 10. Gotta love it.
It's a really great player. I wonder if he uses it on defensive drives as well. Probably not. Just for the 1 turn. Right?
I try not to. I'd be using it on offense. If I can help it. Right, the My Brothers Embalmed, well, they got a good win against Thingy this week, the Amazon, but what happened last week, they had it horrendous. And that's the thing about Blood Bowl, isn't it? They just got a good win against the Amazons, some people would give them a chance, 1-0, but the week before they lost 3-0, and that's the great thing about Blood Bowl. And like I say, a lot of the time, he had a really bad, 20% pickup ratio, them sort of things, just forget about it, throw it away, and just put it right off and then just come back and beat one of the big teams in the division. But before that game, did he have any level ups? I think he did. Number 1, Mummy for Nothing did level up. So he gave him Stand Firm. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just a good team. I mean, like I said, this is why I tipped it to be up there, because it's got 2 very good Blitz rides. It's got 4 Tomb Guardians. Now, I think Heavier Fuel, that might be a new Tomb Guardian, and if it is, he's got Block. So he might have got that this week.
Great. Yeah, which is great, and he rolled a double.
That is 2, isn't it?
The only thing like I still want to see on the Tomb Guardians is grab on some of them, and then it will be quite solid, because if you block them with them, you can just move them in between the other Tomb Guardian and just isolate the players a little bit that you're blocking. So that's something I would really want to pick next. And then you can do a lot of things against your opponents. You can really just move them away from the ball basically, and just create a whole gap for the ball carrier to move through.
Yeah. It's like I said, I like this team. I love this team. I'm not a Cadbury player, but if I would have no issues playing with this team. I love them. It's really it's really well built again.
I played it for the first time as well this season, Camry, and it went okay. It wasn't like really spectacular at all, but they're decent.
They're solid, especially with some good skill ups. If you can keep your Tomb Guardians alive, then. But yeah, I like this, and like I say, he got a good win this week, so well done to him. Very happy for him there. So page 2. Oh look, we've got both Dark Elf coaches haven't picked levels. Oh, hang on, they will have done what they did. No, Dark Elves haven't played this week, so. I tell you what though, Dark Angels, they drew 1-1, but tell you what, they took a beating. Their team took an absolute beating. I've got a list here somewhere. Right, Dark Angels Lilith, number 4, Darth Deer, dead. He was a blodge guard piece, blitzer as well. Number 3, Darth Dad, missing next game, so he's still missing again. Number 11 was Darth Donald Duck. He was missing next game. And number 13 was Darth Hazandrian, the Witch Elf, -1 movement. So he took a beating. And the only good news was number 12 got a level up. And we don't know what they have. Maybe they thought Hunter's coming back this week, so I won't take him a level up. I'll see what he tells them to take. So if it's you, what should he take for Darth Nelly?
Well, there's a lot of options, isn't it? Like he could get Strip Ball. He could get on the double. He could get Juggernaut, for example, or Mighty Blow or anything like. There's a lot of choices with Witch Elves. You can go a lot of ways with them. Kind of depends on what he wants himself to give him a certain role in the team, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something he can think about. Can really give a big thing like, okay, this is the skill he has to pick up.
Yeah, I mean this team has just been immense. I mean they've done him proud. He's the only team left who hasn't been beaten. And even though he got his team broken last week against the Chorfs, he's still got a draw. And I remember saying I think the Wizard played big for the Chorfs as well. I could be wrong, but I think that's the impression I got. So he'll be happy with the draw. He's up there, and I still think he'll be there or thereabouts. I mean, his team's getting better and better. It's a shame that obviously he lost a few. But
that's true. But they'll be back at the next game, except for that one guy.
Yeah. Well, Darth D, he couldn't have been a blodge. He couldn't have been a blitzer because his blitzers are here. So it must have been a lineman with a lot of skills. So
Okay.
So just 2 teams left. There's 3 teams left. Pirates of the World's End. No level ups, and the big thing here, as I said earlier in the show, was captaining a -1 movement. That's a big blow, but I guess he keep it because he's got claw.
He's got guard.
I got -1 movement. Ironically as well, he was from a Dark Elf player, gave him -1 movement on my guard piece, and I wanted to get rid of him, but I didn't. But because I'd lost so much in that first game, I had to keep him, and I've still got him. It's not ideal, but.
The only thing I'm thinking about, like if I were in his position, like normally you would get Mighty Blow without the injury, right? Like you would go Mighty Blow.
Yep.
I might slightly consider of going Stand Firm first and just take it as a loss and make sure he's good as a guard positional, you know?
Yeah.
And that's about it.
And then the thing is, they don't knock you down. They can still hit back with claw, can't you? So.
Yeah, exactly. But it's gonna be harder and harder to left with him in general anyway, because if they knock you down, you're 1 square away from the opponent and you have to come back, so you have to stand up and do a GFI for it. So like I can imagine that he doesn't do the GFI and just keep him standing.
If he rolls a double, would you take jump up?
I don't know. I think there's gonna be extra bloat on it. Like jump up is more expensive than a normal skill, of course. I don't think so. I think I would consider Stand Firm and maybe just go Mighty Blow instead if he really wants to. But like, yeah, I can see some problems with that. What about you?
I don't know. I was thinking stand firm, but also thinking Mighty Blow. Thinking, you know what, I'm gonna just milk him as quick as I can. If I roll a double though, I would be tempted with jump up. I'll be honest, and it's a bit blow, but I'm thinking jump up then Mighty Blow, then it becomes a lot more useful.
Could also give him dodge instead.
No,
like if you...
dodge stand firm. Could do.
Yeah, like if he doesn't get him down, then he doesn't get him down, and he doesn't have to stand up in the first place. So that's my point, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's put it one way: he's got options. That's always a good thing if you got options. So, Jack Rackham, he needs to get himself a level up. 6 XP away, 2 Ts will get it done for him. Be interesting to see what he takes on that one. But yeah, I mean, this team's bounced back after that drubbing, and they're doing well. They got a good win, they got a good draw, and they're against the Dark Elves. So yeah, they're on the way, and he's got plenty of claw. His 2 bulls are doing all right as well, and he's got his dare play. He's got a bull handler. He's got guard on the hobgoblin as well. So yeah, good things. Chakra Changelings, obviously they've just played another game, but the game before number 8 had leveled up. Garan, he took dodge, so he's got a Rod strength 4 piece. That has to get leap next. I would have probably took leap before dodge, if I'm being honest, because I just like leaping, I don't know, lineman on a Dark Elf team. Yeah, but then again, he's going to turn around and say, well, hang on, Bernie, number 5 Percival's got leap. But he's agility 5, and I would like to use him as more of a give him the ball sort of thing. He's got Witch Elf bloody agility 5 leap. I think what it is, if you get bloody agility, he gets leap. Crikey. Alright, maybe not then. Maybe not.
Normally you could do it as a potential ball sacker, just
He could probably go stand. Oh, no, he needs a double, doesn't he?
But like with the 2 others having leap already, I can totally imagine why he's thinking like, okay, it's
but they've only strength 3. This is a strength 4 bad boy.
Yeah, but with the Witch Elf having frenzy, you can just go to the uphill even and just.
Don't talk to me about 2D uphill. I always roll skulls when I do that stuff. Oh no, can't be having any of that rubbish.
I love 2D uphill.
Oh, like, you're a dirty rat. So that's why you like it, and your dice are always loaded. The rest of us don't get good dice like you. That's my excuse. That's what I'm sticking with. And you just want to see him lose his Witch Elf because you might be playing him next season. I know your game. Get that strength 4 lamb and get him bloody leap. He should be the one leaping. He's expendable. Your Witch Elf should be scoring and surfing.
That's why I'm doing this job, you know. Give
I know. Give him bad advice so they lose all the players. We know the score.
Yeah.
Exactly, we know what you're doing. Oh, give that Black Hawk strength 6 break tackle. Watch him fail and kill himself. I will have to play him next season, sucker. Yeah, there we are. We know. Dunk's not daft. Dunk's not daft. We know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this team's really impressed me after the fair. I mean, I must admit, when they lost the first game, I thought, okay, but it was against Dwarves, so I couldn't stand. But since then, this team has really impressed me. And like I say, you're always going to get games where things just don't go right, and it's Bloodbowl, it's a dice game, so you are going to lose games. The best lose, so the rest of us are going to, obviously. Interesting what he'll take with Galahad next week. Like I say, it's a really, really good team. Morgana's missing next week as well, was a bit of a blow for him, but hey. It's a good team, and he's playing them very, very well. And finally, our fellow buddy from last season, Fairy Hair and Keith Carr, he'll be desperate to try and get him some win.
It's looking like a team I really want to play, you know, as a Skaven coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I look at this team and think, should he be higher up? You know, I mean, I don't even have had bad luck, but I mean, you look at let's have a look. He got beat 3-1 by Dark Angel Lilith, but you know they've been beating everybody. FlyLo Servants, they won 1-0. He beat, but I don't know.
Also the stat ups, like if you look at the stat ups, like plus edgy on a Stormvermin, and you can kind of debate about that. We have been debating about that a few weeks ago, but like. Plus strength on the other Stormvermin, that's like an ultimate dream, isn't it? Like if you get plus strength on a Stormvermin, which you blitz everything with,
Now, the
Beautiful.
interesting thing here was Fairy Harem had one level up, and it was number 6, Sally. And look at that, he rolled a double and got Claw. Oh my god, an agility 4, tackle, mighty blow, claw, rat. Goes in, smacks it, if it fails, can jump out on a 2+. Oh my god. That is a scary piece. He's got his crazy rat ogre as well. With
Yeah, and
claw
not only jump out on a 2+, he can also get there on a 2+, which is probably way more important. Like if the opponent potatoes the ball carrier somewhere, he can get there on a 2+. So that's something that's gonna be really threatening as well. I'm just getting a message from one of the guys that is supposed to play me right now.
Why, we gone past it, have we? Oh my god, yeah. Tell him we'll be 5 minutes, we'll be almost done. Tell him.
Yeah. Well, it's a message in the in-game, so I have to message him in.
Okay.
In
well, you
OCC,
message him in there. You message him in there. We're almost done anyway. Now we just got the schedule to do. But yeah, I think now with that claw as well, this guy, I think Fairy Harem's team should be winning more. I think he's going to make a late play. And I wish him all the best of luck to do well. Right, so that's that done. It'll be quite a quick schedule this week because 2 games already played. Me and Hunter was both obviously going to back My Brothers Embalmed, and we both knew Tackle and Bear we were always going to be a 2-2 draw. So we'll take them down as wins for ourselves. The Boondocks Skinks versus Gokusadal Tendencies. Well, this is the week that the bloody Orcs deliver. They've got to deliver, and I will expect them to deliver. Oh, what score though? 1-0. Can the Orcs score 2 touchdowns against the Lizards? I don't know. I don't think they can. I think the defense gets them out of trouble here. I'm gonna go 1-0 for the Orcs. What about you?
I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a win for Zunk as well. I think like with the diving tackle there and the threats they have, they can totally hold their own.
Okay. This is a good one. Dark Angels of Lilith, top of the table or one of the top of the table versus the Dwarfs, the Pigcups. Pigcups coming off a big win. Can they shock Dark Angels of Lilith?
Let me think about that one for a second. Dark Cups, I kind of forgot the whole.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm going to say no. This is I think this might be the first time in a long time I've backed the Dark Angels, but I'm going to say Dark Angels win this 2-0. I'm impressed with them.
They are the big favorites, aren't they? I think they'll just win against the big cups there anyway. Yeah.
Crikey, we're agreeing on the same things. This is a worry. Pirates of the Wild, they're doing good. They're doing really well now. Shame about the -1 movement, but they come against a team, Ewender's Requiem, who got beat by the High Elves. They've given Mighty Blow to that Ghoul. They are really annoyed after that loss. Can the Mighty Blow Ghoul get the Undead the win? Or will the Chuffs just mince it and kill them all?
What do you think? Give me one moment because I
really don't know. I think it's going to be a draw. I think, yes, I'm pretty happy this will be a draw. But will something happen to the Ghoul? Will he cause a casualty or will he be in a broken heap? Because I've got a feeling them Chuffs are going to go after it. I really do. So I'm going to go with a draw with that one.
I kind of think that the whole Mighty Blow thing is interesting, so I'll give it to the Undead for this time. See how they perform with it.
Undead, get in there, Undead. Right, this is my banker of the week. The triple B rating goes to Fairy Harem. He will smash the Crusaders of Caledor. Every time I say that, they always lose, but they will smash them. They've got a new agility 4-piece with Mighty Blow, Tackle, and Claw. Gotta love it. He's got the one-turner. He's got everything he needs. Could this be a 4-0 to the Rats? I'm going 4-0. All right, 4-1. I'll give the Elves one. 4-1 to the Rats.
Looking at the Skaven team, they definitely got to win this one.
We say that, but that movement and Leaper probably will make us all look daft. But I think Fairy Hair will get this done 4-1. So we know the High Elves are going to win this now, probably. But we're both going for that one, so fair enough. And finally then, Flyflowed Servants versus Tall Dwarfs with no AV, that's the Norse. Nagle versus the Norse. I cannot back the Norse. Everything's going wrong. Everything. So FlyLo Terrans, nice boring job, but they get it done 1-0.
I hope the tall dwarves with no OV just get out of there without any injuries, but I gotta agree with you again with FlyLo Servants winning there, because like, yeah, the Norse don't really have a team for this, you know, to fight them. They don't have the claw, they don't have the. They do have mighty blow at some players, but it's gonna be a tough
I
game
would like to
regardless.
see, no disrespect to Nagle, I'd love to see Deadman get a win. I really would. My heart says, come on, Deadman, get yourself a good result. But my head says, this could be another car crash. So we agree on everything, apart from you. I think that there's going to be a draw between the Chorfs and the Undead. You think the Undead will win. But we both think the Orcs will win. The Dark Elves will win. The Rats will win. And the Nagle will win. So we'll either look great or rubbish together. Fantastic. Anyway, that's us done then. He's got to go and beat some poor coach up in his
I'm playing with
game.
my halflings, so
he'll be saying,
gonna be a tough game.
he'll be saying, no, cage dive into me. Obviously, he'll be trying to get some other players killed.
I want to say one more thing. Like, if anyone wants to be on the show from this division, let Bernie know. Send Bernie a PM.
Yeah, Discord me. It's just banning. Because in the other division, we've got coaches. We had a coach on last week. This week we just done. He was brilliant when he Quiggy. We loved Quiggy. He was so funny. And we've got Gary. We got another coach, Gary on coming on. He's not Gary on. Gengar's coming on, and then we've got Cthulhu coming on the week after. So, you know, if you guys want to come on and join us two crazy fools, you are more than welcome. Let us know, and we'll try and set up a time what suits yourselves as well as us, and we'll get you on, because it always makes it a lot more fun, and obviously get to know a few of you guys. But yeah, that's us done. He's going to go and win with halflings yet again and make us all, you know, bow to his amazingness. And I'm going to go and weep and have something to eat, and find a way of, you know, trying to lose a few games, because I don't want to go to Division 1 or 2. But anyway, thanks again. Take care, guys, and good luck with your games today, or whenever you're playing in the week. And we'll see you next week, hopefully on Wednesday, if possible. But we'll let you know.
See you around, guys.
Take care. Bye bye.